I'm standing with Sarah Santner, who is a part of the Regional Water Providers Consortium. And Sarah, first of all, tell us where we are at. This is a charming garden.
Oh, thanks, William. This is the Hazelwood Water Conservation Demonstration Garden. We're at the East Portland neighborhood office on 117th between Halsey and Gleason.
And what you guys did is you took a space that really was not attractive a while ago and put in a garden that really covers so many different things: water, sun, shade, and then showed how to water it effectively, because we want to save water.
Right.
And it really turned out delightful. Now, we are standing in front of what you call the wet bed, really.
Yep.
Tell
Right
us
there.
about that.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a problem area for us. We originally designed it thinking it was going to get full sun. It's by the parking lot. It was going to be a scorcher. And really, the parking lot ends up draining to this area. So I've had a lot of trouble getting dry plants to survive. I actually killed lavender. I mean, who's ever killed lavender?
I don't know. You have.
I did.
Well, I think that's one of the things that, one of the many reasons I love gardening is because it's a process.
Yeah.
You think, oh, I've got this figured out. This is what's going to happen. And then you miss something as simple as something you
Right.
walk on every day, the concrete flowing into it.
Right. Conditions change.
Yep.
And I think as gardeners, it's okay to take a risk and move plants.
And you
as
do
needed.
that here.
Right. To get the right plant in the right place.
Yeah, and
we
that's a
do that
big
here.
thing to remember. There's a great book titled that, Right Plant, Right Place. But
Yeah.
it's important to remember because things do change and you learn
Right.
about a spot as you grow.
Right, and that's one of the smartest choices a water-wise gardener can make,
Yes.
is making sure the right plants are grouped together so they're getting the right amount of water and it's matching the conditions that you have.
Now tell me about the system that you use here.
Oh yes, so we installed a drip irrigation system here, and you can see the tubing throughout the beds. It's a drip irrigation system that has inline emitters.
Yeah.
And so it releases water right at the roots of the plants.
And you see it, but you could also you could cover it as well. It doesn't have to be seen.
Because this is a demonstration garden, I wanted people to be able to see the tubes. So they could see how it works.
And I think that there's still a thought of intimidation by a lot of people because you don't see, at least I don't personally see, these beautiful lush spaces on this kind of a watering system.
Right.
But this is proof that if done right, it really is lovely.
Yes, it is. This drip system is a very important part of it.
Yeah.
Another important part that I'd love to chat about is the soil.
Yes.
We did a lot of soil preparation, so I think the soil preparation combined with the drip system really makes this place pretty magical.
Well, you know what? Let's take a little walk around to the more desert place and talk about that some more.
This is one of my favorite plants in the garden. This is a halomocystis called Marist wood cream.
Beautiful.
And it does very, very well in dry conditions.
And that would make sense since this is the dry part of the
Right.
garden.
Yeah.
But you did do some stuff to the soil, so tell us
did.
about that.
Yeah, so when we came onto the site, it was just turf grass,
Yeah.
just distressed turf, compacted soil. We realized the only way to get a truly happy garden would be to remove the soil. So we dug down. I have the benefit of working for the city of Portland, so I have access to some folks who can use big machinery. So we were able to dig down, pull out some of the soil, amend it with sand and a ton of mulch. We did test the soil and found that it was low in nitrogen. And so we made sure we were adding that back in so that the plants that we planted would do super well.
And then with the system that you have, the drip system you have here, you do have wet areas, but this is obviously a dry area. But you have something that's kind of new too, as far as a sensor about water.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the soil moisture sensor that we use in this garden has been around for a long time. They actually use it for agriculture a lot. It's relatively new into the ornamental gardening. WaterSense, which is like Energy Star for water, it's relatively new, and they're starting to label irrigation controllers, and they're just going to start labeling soil moisture sensors as well. It's a great technology. It's relatively affordable.
Because it's in ground.
It's in the ground, yeah. So you have a sensor which you bury in part of your garden. It connects to your irrigation controller.
Nice.
And then the soil moisture sensor actually overrides your regular irrigation schedule. It only lets you water if the soil needs it.
So you won't see those sprinklers going on rainy days,
You
which
never see
never
it.
makes any
Right.
sense to me.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, if I don't have the money or the time, or I haven't quite got that in, what could I possibly do on the website though that you have?
Yeah,
that'll
so
tell
the
me that?
Regional Water Providers Consortium website, which is www.conserveh2o.org, offers something called our weekly watering number, which is sort of like the soil moisture sensor. It's a measurement of how much water your plants really need. So even if you don't have the ability to add a soil moisture sensor, you don't have an automatic
still get
system,
information.
you can still get a lot of information about how much water your plants really need.
Well, you know, if you're concerned about water, and we all should be, I know we live in the Northwest, but we still need to be conscious of the way we use our water. You can go to gardentime.tv, we'll click you over to the website, and you can get all kinds of great information. Thank you so much, my dear. A joy to see you again.
Nice to see you.